Hi, and welcome to our next tutorial on Chinese philosophy and theory. I'm Krystal Couture, and today we'll be talking about the Dantians. The Dantians are this beautiful concept of heaven, earth, and humanity. We think about the idea of heaven as the spark of creation, the moment of conception when everything is perfect and life comes into form. Life, of course, is earth. It's that physical, tangible concept that we get to know as our home. It's the place we inhabit. Now, humanity, of course, is our being. And humanity is not just humans, but it's all living things. And all living things, our role as humanity is to live the manifestation of heaven here on earth. We are the connecting vessel between heaven and earth. We are living out destiny in a physical form. So, this is really the concept of how we exist within this idea of greater power, this idea of source energy. Okay. The idea of heaven and earth and humanity also exists within us. So it's not just the concept of how we take in heaven and create by being on earth as humans and life forms, dragonflies and flowers and dogs and cats and tigers, right? But it's this idea that not only are these external reflections, but they also exist within us. Within us, the concept of heaven, earth, and humanity are the three dantians. So we have the lower dantian, which is in the low abdomen. We have the upper dantian, which is in our crown, our head. And we have within our heart, the middle dantian. The lower dantian, of course, is earth. The upper is heaven. And the heart is humanity. Okay? The dantians within us are thought of as boundless containers, which means that within our being, these three energy centers, earth, humanity, heaven, heaven, humanity, earth, however you want to think about it, are these beautiful, expansive spaces where energy exists. And it means that we have all of the earth, all of the heavens, and all of humanity within our being. So, what I want to do next is kind of guide you through this concept. So, if you go ahead and take your hands and just place them on your lower abdomen between your hip bones, kind of like a triangle, and just place them on that lower dantian, the earth connection. And as I work with the dantians, one thing that I always do is connect in with the power of that dantian. The power of the earth dantian is going to be grounding us in earth energy, the vital earth energy of the physical, tangible, vital life experience. And as we work with this dantian, we can feel that energy start to expand, the boundless container expanding out into the depths of earth, allowing the gifts of earth, that rooted, grounded sensation, to be within us in all of its power and all of its form. As we connect up to the middle dantian, the heart center. And you can connect your hands one over the other right on your heart center if that feels good to you. And again, the power of humanity is that we live the mandate of heaven here on earth, which means we have the capability of a spiritual experience within a physical form. We have the ability to see it, to smell it, to taste it, to feel it, and to hear it. All of those capabilities are within humanity. We make a vibrational experience of the merge between heaven and earth through our actions, through our words, and through the experience of our life. And if we tune into that heart space, we can feel all of humanity, which is the collective consciousness. And when we tune into the collective consciousness, we realize we're going back to the space of oneness. We're going back to that singular existence of oneness. Now, if we connect to the upper Dantian, some people like to find the upper Dantian from the peak of their head. Some others like to kind of feel their forehead and the back of their head or the sides of their head. This upper Dantian is often thought of in a triangular like shape, a pyramid, actually, a pyramid shape, where the point is what connects us up to heaven. And of course, the base maintains our ground, right? And of course, we have a point on the top of the head governing vessel 20, which is known as Assembly of the Ancestors or 100 meetings. It's the point in which we bring in the wisdom of the heavens and bring in our ancestors. So wherever you access this Dantian, it's absolutely just fine. And when we connect with our crown up to the heavens, we feel that universal energy. We feel source energy. We feel the space from which we came, the spark of magic of our creation. And of course, we can expand that Dantian out as well. And as we expand each of these Dantians, we must remember that they all exist in these boundless containers together. So as earth expands, we maintain our ground. As heaven expands, we maintain our spiritual connection, and we lengthen and become a pillar of the light that exists between both heaven and earth. We're this embodiment of the heavenly and earthly experience. And then, of course, within us is the idea that, yes, we are part of the 10,000 things, but also we are part of one, the universal consciousness, the collective consciousness, that beautiful space where we drift into being one. The beautiful space where we drift into being one while knowing that we've got the power to smell it, see it, taste it, hear it, and feel it, right? So this idea of heaven, earth, and humanity, the Dantians existing within us, and also the basis of our existence here on earth, the duality of what is internal and what is external, and how those marry together is really the concept of our study for today. I hope you have a great understanding of the Dantians. And I hope that as we go on, you can take this concept with you of these energy centers. If you're feeling ungrounded, tune into that lower Dantian, tune into the boundless container and welcome in Earth's energy to that boundless container, filling that container up and up and up and up and giving you the virtues of earthly vitality. Or if you feel disconnected from spirit, disconnected from the heavens, disconnected from source, the same concept, connecting that upper Dantian, that triangular pyramid shape, connecting that up to the heavens like a beam of light, where the source of your existence, the reason for your being, your destiny comes in. And if you feel disconnected from yourself, if you feel disconnected from others, connect in with this concept of humanity, heaven and earth together as humanity, living out destiny in the form of beautiful you, perfect exactly as you are.